Hello peeps and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. Hey, look who finally joined us. He's not dead. Only mostly dead. So you might notice something's missing. The big old smeltery we had here is missing.
Someone stole it.
Well, yeah, we stole it. We tore it down. It's all in here. Because it is time to do something.
Get your goddamn wolf out of the way!
It's time to do something about the ridiculous amount of broken ores and shit that we're accumulating in here. Now, we are going to do this using smelteries and a deep tank. We're going to need a crap load of these scorched bricks, which is why I had Kozak make a crap load of them for me.
Poop.
We need one deep tank controller, which actually we should already have one. Yep, deep tank controller. We are going to need some scorched drains. We'll probably need at least 4 of those. I'm actually going to make 8 of them because it doesn't hurt. Well, we have 9 now. We're going to pull all of the scorched bricks we have out of the oven. And then, since we have all of the stuff to do it, I'm probably going to try my hand at setting up a high oven, too. I haven't messed with that yet, though. So, we're also going to need a crap load of glass. We have 468 glass in here. I'm going to take all of it.
Okay.
And if we have the ability to start cooking up some more glass, we can probably use it. Yeah, so I totally forgot you can throw scorched bricks. Just saying. So, a deep tank starts with a deep tank controller. We're going to put him right here. It then requires scorched bricks. You can do this any size up to 11 by 11. So we're going to do 5 on either side. Then we're going to do 11 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's go ahead and turn F7 mode on here so that I can see what I'm doing. Back here. There we go. Now, the inside of this needs to be filled with glass. Where's the builder's wand? Oh, that's right. Dragon took it off the edge with him.
Yeah.
I'm going to make another one. They're too useful not to have one. So, the builder's wand is iron divided by diamond with a steak. Now, this does not work in any modded crafting table, so we can't use the crafting station from Tinker's Construct, we can't use the ME crafting terminal. It has to be a vanilla crafting table as far as I know. Put the iron in, you put the division sigil in, you put the diamond in. From the moment that I pull this unstable ingot out, I have 10 seconds to use it. If I drop it on the ground, it will explode and kill me. If I close my crafting window, it will explode and kill me. If I do not use it within 10 seconds, it will explode and kill me. Friendly thing, huh? So, we'll take that out, and you're going to notice it's going to start changing color. Will explode in 4, 3, yep. It can do very bad things if you don't use it in time. So, we need a bunch of glass. And we basically need to fill the entire inside of this thing with glass. Now, we need to build a ring of glass around the side. the bottom layer, the outside, has to be made out of these seared bricks, or scorched bricks, with one deep tank controller centered in the lower layer. The rest of it has to be glass. The layers in between have to be made out of glass. And then the top layer has to be exactly the same as the bottom layer, except no deep tank controller. You can put drains at any point along this thing. So I don't think we need this thing to be too terribly huge.
Giggity.
So I'm going to save, it's going to take 81 glass in order to do the inside of this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and make it probably 2 more layers high.
Where's
Because
a node?
it'll be a fun thing to see. There's one on top of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, there is, isn't there?
Okay, and that's going to leave us... Well, we got plenty. Do we want it 1 more layer high?
I don't know.
Go for it. Won't hurt anything.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt anything. Oh,
I'd say go higher than that if you want.
my keyboard's stuck. That is the worst feeling in the world on a skyblock map. When one of your keys kind of goes into derp mode and gets quote-unquote stuck. Okay, yeah, if I do 1 more layer... I can do 1 more layer. But that's going to run us totally out of glass, and I would like to have some glass for other stuff. So let's go ahead and do...
Make more.
We can make more, but there's no point in having a gigantically, enormously huge tank, considering what we're going to be doing with it. Okay, out of bricks, so let's go ahead and make a few more.
Oh wow, that's a good starting node.
Yeah, apparently every one of the houses has one of those on top of it. I'm not sure if they're all the same, but all of the houses have a node on top of them.
I would love to find more nodes.
Yeah, fly around by bedrock. Or by the void, as it were. You'll find them.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot underneath the house.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have my potion anymore.
No, I have it.
Somebody's mooching it. Oh, the armor stand gave me stuff.
Okay, and once I get this built, this will complete the structure for the deep tank. Ow. Now, I just crashed. That's awesome. So, let me restart Minecraft, and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, peeps. As near as I can tell, what happened was you saw that I momentarily interacted with the deep tank controller when I was placing the first layer. As I guess me changing the size of the structure made it go, what are you doing? You're not allowed to do that. Boom. But I can access it now, so we're good. Now, one nice thing about the deep tank is that it will store multiple liquids at once. Another nice thing about the deep tank is that it will store molten liquids. The last nice thing about the deep tank is that if it stores molten liquids, it will not alloy them. Which means we can build smelteries on top of this thing, pump the molten metals directly in, and not have to worry about ending up with shitloads of invar because we put iron and nickel in at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
Dragon.
this thing has an inside diameter of 9, an outside diameter of 11. Well, if you know smelteries, you know they're 5 by 5, right? Which means we can build a perfect smeltery right here we'll put down one piece of... Well, I don't want to put glass there. That could potentially be bad. I need to get something that isn't tank-worthy. Like, just a bit of dirt, I guess. That'll work. Okay, and we'll put the bits of dirt there, 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 and there. And now, we're also going to do that over here. And over here. And over here. Make a few more. And this thing is pretty much the perfect size to keep all of these smelteries from interacting with each other. Coincidence? I think not. From here...
Yay, intentional design.
From here, we are going to build some smelteries. We need a total of 4 smeltery controllers, which there should have been a smeltery controller over here. But it's not in here anymore, so...
It's all in the ME system.
Okay. Is the seared tank in there too? Yep, controller,
as I said, it's...
drains, seared bricks. The seared tank is not in there. But that's not a problem. It's not hard to make a seared tank.
Yeah, it is. It's right here.
Oh, did you take it out?
Yeah, it was in there.
Oh, okay.
Don't know why you weren't able to see it.
So we need 4 smeltery controllers. I already have one, so that's 2, 3, 4. We need 4 seared tanks. 2, 3, 4. And we are going to need at least 2 more seared drains. Just like that. Apparently there's 27 more seared bricks in here. We'll take those. And the rest of the stuff, we can combine most of it into seared bricks. I do want to save at least a couple of stacks. So I'll
it's
save
fun when you
3
find
stacks.
a source of an aspect that's just that one pure aspect that doesn't really make any sense.
Oh, and zombies can spawn up here. Forgot about that. Hello,
Picking up
boyos.
Broken lead ore, because it gives ordo, and only ordo for something.
Broken lead ore.
Yeah, apparently the broken ore can be scanned for aspects.
Would someone want to come over and take care of my light work? Okay, the seared tanks we want to put in a centralized location, I think, because it's going to be easiest to pump lava in from a central source. So I'm going to put the seared tanks over on this side of the smeltery. So we're going to put the cracked seared bricks right here. We'll just do it like that. Over here we're going to put the seared tanks. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Good enough anyway. Seared tanks. That is not symmetrical. That is going to fuck with me unless I fix it. Okay, now I can't remember if the smeltery controller has to be on the same side as the seared tank. So I'm going to try building one with it being on a different side. Invalid structure. Well, it might be an invalid structure because I haven't completed the rest of this yet. So we'll try that. Now if I put this here, does that turn into a valid structure? No, it doesn't. So the tank, or the smeltery does have to be on the same side as the tank. Where did there's controllers. If we put the controller there, and we put the sear, there we go. Now we got a valid structure. So we'll just follow that same routine for the rest of them. And then over here, we do bricks, like that. It's currently safe to stand in this thing because it's not getting lava. Once it starts getting lava, it's not safe to stand in anymore. Unless you like blood. And really, who doesn't like blood? I mean, look at that thing over there. Okay, so once we get done here, what we should have is 4 perfectly functional smelteries. And we do. We can use the rest of these bricks to increase the size. We do want to put a smeltery drain in probably right here. Do we want to have the smeltery drains on the side? Yeah, I think we do. So we'll put the smeltery drains. Let's turn this thing on. We'll put the smeltery drains on the side like this. No. You need to be facing out, drain. There we go. Then over here we'll do the same thing. Did I just crash again? Oh, nope. Just a lag spike. There we go. That's going to make our smelteries valid structures again. We're going to go ahead and build these up all one more block. Since we have so many seared bricks. Oh, I missed a drain somehow. And the drain catapulted itself off into oblivion, it looks like. So I'll need to make an... Oh, wait, no, it's in my inventory. There we go. And it doesn't really matter what type of bricks you use. They are just for decoration purposes. So it doesn't matter that I'm using like some fancy here, some chiseled there. I'm mostly just trying to use the things out of my inventory. NEI is bugging on me. That's what the issue is here. Okay, where's the rest of the... There. Just had to quick sort. Okay, and at some point I am going to build us one more smeltery back down at the ground level. Just a real small one for purposes of tool casting. Okay, we have 4 smelteries up here now. They are all very nice. Now, we'll go around and break out all of the dirt that we had here. Should be 2 more, probably on this side. There we go. Now, we need to put some drains in. These scorch drains. Those we are going to put over on this side of the deep tank, because this is where the smeltery drains are. So we're going to put one here. Now, I don't think this is going to make me crash the next time I interact with that deep tank controller, but I'm going to break it when I do this just to be safe. After I get all of the drains in here, and after I get the drains on the bottom level, I'm going to break the deep tank controller again. Because I don't know what that crash was about, but I'd really rather not crash again in the middle of a video. So, there are our scorched bricks in the bottom, and then down here at the bottom, we are going to dig out probably right here. Right here. Actually, you know what? No, I want to do it right here. And here. I want to have a total of 4 drains on the bottom level too. So we need to break you, you, you. We'll do drain, drain, brick. We'll break this deep tank controller again. And we'll put this back in place, and then I should be able to interact with this thing. No? Not a scorched brick. Deep tank controller. I should be able to interact with this thing without crashing. Yes, good. Alright. Next thing we need is lava, and lots of it. Well, I have a reinforced portable tank here. Holds 34 buckets of lava. We get our crescent hammer. We get some fluid ducts, which we're going to need some more. Copper. Lead. We're actually going to want quite a few of these, and we're going to need some servos. We have 3, we need 1 more. There we go. How much time do I have on flight? 5 minutes. Plenty of time.
You might want to, add some charges to that.
I will. Okay. Now, in order to make it easier for us to refuel this thing, I'm actually going to run a fluid duct line down the side here. Because these tanks we can set to output mode, which means we can just come over here, plug a tank in after I go pick the tank up. We come over here, we plug the tank in like this. We set it to output mode, and it will, theoretically, fill? Actually, I think you have to do a weird loopy. Like that. I think it can only drain out of the bottom. Yeah. So that's going to pull the lava out of the reinforced portable tank. And it's going to fill the smeltery tanks up there with nice hot liquid magma.
Liquid hot magma.
Yes. We'll come over here and refill it and pop it back on again. We'll come back to that. Now, we need a way to get all of our stuff into it. Or actually, no, we don't need that yet. We need a few more fluid ducts. Actually, I need to break down some lead. There we go. And fluid ducts. 12 will be plenty. These fluid ducts we're going to put from the smeltery drain to the scorch drain. Just like that. Without this one on the side. We're going to do that the whole way around. Damn you. Come back here. Damn you. There. We set these to output mode. I probably should be careful about flying over the void. I only have 2 minutes left on flight.
And that's our last one.
Yeah. We'll install the pneumatic servos. We'll set these to enabled low so that they pump out anything they get. Same thing over here. And before I do anything else, I'm going to recharge the flight potion. We're going to 2 standard filling agents because I'm going to fill it, then I'm going to drink the last swig out of it, or drink a swig out of it, and then I'm going to fill it again. That'll give us a perfectly full potion. 1 filling agent, and the blood orb that's in here is not necessary, just FYI. It takes no LP to do this. We're going to go ahead and refill my flight. And then we're going to refill the potion again. So we have a full potion flask with 8 swigs. Somebody take this thing just in case I derp off the edge.
I will, because I want to go flying.
Where you at? I'm over by the ME system.
Yeah, I'm over.
And then I'm going to put the magnet away because this is our last magnet.
Alright.
Dragon derped off the edge with the other one. Probably should put the division sigil away too. Okay. You guys want to see this thing in action?
Sure. How low do I have to go to find these nodes?
All the way down, pretty much to the edge of the void.
Yeah,
So
pretty
like
much.
2?
Do you have goggles of revealing?
I have the thingy to see.
Come back up here for a
Oh, hi, skeleton. I forgot to light the things up. So there's a skeleton in here. That's okay. He'll fry. We're going to put a bunch of nickel ore dust in here.
Dragon, I'm here.
We're going to put a bunch of iron ore dust in here. Bunch of silver dust in there.
Thank you.
And a bunch of gold dust in there. Now, if you guys know anything about Tinker's Construct, you'll realize that I have just put in 2 alloys. Electrum and Invar. Because iron and nickel makes Invar. Gold and silver makes Electrum. But I've put them in separate smelteries. Watch what happens when these metals melt. We're about halfway there on the gold. About halfway there on the silver.
You haven't come across any vacuum nodes, have you?
No, but chests have vacuos in it. And actually...
No, I'm talking about those ones that...
Oh, the hungry ones or the devouring or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real nasty ones.
Nice ones.
No, we haven't seen any of those yet. Okay, the silver is just about to melt. Watch what happens when this stuff starts to melt. It's so freaking cool. Check that out. It just sits in there. We've got molten nickel, we've got molten silver, we've got blood. Because of the skeleton, I guess. And we've got molten gold. Hey, check that out. We have gold, nickel, silver. It's all in the same tank. It's not alloying.
Yay!
How nice is that? Which means now we can come over here. We can get, you know, I just realized something. Nope, we can put it on the bottom. That'll work. Let's get some export buses.
Oh man, I can't research that one yet. A node is beyond me.
Then down here, we're going to put the export buses on the bottom of these smeltery controllers.
What the fuck?
We're going to use our crescent wrench so they're pointing the right way.
I found a random fireball! I am so confused. There, I punched it.
You already had that one fixed, didn't you?
Yeah, I had those, so.
Okay.
Dagger.
And we need some ME cable. What?
There was a gas fireball just randomly stasised out there. I punched it and now it's flying off.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's
That
really
was
weird when it
dying.
happens. Huh?
I said I'm dying.
Why?
My flight timer ran out and I dropped.
You didn't actually die, did you?
No, I had half a heart left.
Nice.
Alright, I'm done with these. I've researched plenty of nodes. And I tossed you the potion. That sounds like you just drank 2 swigs.
I think I did too.
Ah.
Stupid vanilla.
Okay, I have 14 minutes on flight, so I'm okay for derping around down here. Be careful.
Do you want me to disable the export of gravel ore?
To the pulverizer mechanism over there?
Yeah.
No, not at the moment. We need some more cable. Do we have any Fluix dust in here? Yeah, we got some Fluix. We got plenty of Fluix. And over here we can connect our ME system to the cables underneath. Now this is probably going to fairly massively increase our load on the ME system, but that's okay.
Oh, there we go. I finally got Arum.
A little bit of a momentary lag spike while it recalculates. And now I just need a little bit of cobblestone to fix the ground there. There we go. Now, there's only a couple of steps left to make this thing into a fully useful system. The first thing we need to do is we need to take advantage of something that very few people are actually aware of in Tinker's Construct. You can make seared casting channels. We're also going to make some tables. Didn't really need 14 of them, I don't think. But we're going to go ahead and make 16 tables. We will come over here, and we're going to put the casting channels down. Actually, no, I don't want to do it this way. I want to have export buses. No, I don't want to do this with casting channels. I want to do it with fluid ducts. Or wait, no, we don't want to do it with fluid ducts. There's a reason for it. Now here's something I don't know. Oh, no. Let me out. It really does not like it when you stand on those channels. We do a little bit of that. And then if we apply a redstone signal to these, it should make them output. Now, I don't know if it will take a permanent redstone signal like a redstone torch, but we're going to try that first. And we'll also need an ingot mold. So, if we take and we put a casting, or an ingot cast, in this first table there, and we apply a redstone signal to that, is that going to work? No, it's not.
Oh, damn, the runic matrix gives you a lot.
Okay, so maybe we are going to use ducts instead of these casting channels, because I don't know if the casting channels will work with the scorched drains. That's the entire issue. I know it'll work with the seared drains. I just don't know if it'll work with the scorched drains, but it doesn't appear to. So we're not going to use the casting channels for this. We're going to use ducts instead. Actually, I'm curious.
Looks like you got some overflow here, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to try something.
I've got some taint over here.
If I put...
How do you get rid of this shit?
Cover it up.
If I do a fluiduct into a seared drain,
The fuck am I watching on TV?
and then I do a casting channel out from that, into a casting table with an ingot mold on it, and then I give this thing a redstone signal, will that work? Apparently not. Because there's molten gold in this fluiduct, but it doesn't appear to be making it through the drain. So we'll break that, and I'll go with what I know works, which is we're going to run another fluiduct up here. We're going to have this fluiduct line come out like that. We're going to have it pouring into a table. I don't want to do it at the moment, though. Well, we are going to need a few more ingot casts anyway. So I'm going to burn off some of this gold making ingot casts. Actually, let's just go ahead and put the tables down. We'll do 4 tables down. We'll do an ingot cast on 1. And then we will do a little bit of this. Why is that not working?
Because you're gay. Hey, hi!
Oh, because the fluid duct pumped everything back in. Good. That's kind of exactly what I wanted it to do. I just didn't know if it would. So what I really want to do is I want to have... Let's see, how's the best way to make this work? 4. And we want to have a table there, 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 and there. And then
Well,
here we
that
want to do...
Can't be good.
What?
There is taint floating up into the sky.
Nice. You're ruining the world.
Well, hey, I'm pretty much ready, actually.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it!
I just need to
Okay,
grab
this works.
8 buckets of witch water, and we can try some infusion.
So now, if I connect more fluid ducts here, this should allow us to make more ingot molds. So I need to monitor exactly how many ingot molds we're making here, which I'm going to do by putting down the other casting tables now. 4 there. And over on the other side we want to do kind of the same thing. Need a few more fluid ducts. Put these channels away. And over here, this thing is going to get in the way. Here we're going to do tables here. No. Tables like that, and here we're going to do this. These trees are going to be all sorts in the way. And here we're going to put ingot mold, ingot mold, once we have 3 ingot molds to go, which means I need to pull off 2 more. Now I need to disconnect these so that they don't get any more fluid intake. And if we pop these off, actually, I'm going to need 3 more. So we'll go ahead and reconnect these momentarily.
Bored!
Pop those off, pop the ingots off, pop the ingot casts on, and reconnect these. And now, we should be getting molten gold in all of these. We need a few more hoppers. We have no free aluminum.
Huh?
Aluminum, yeah. Oh, we had no aluminum free in the system.
No.
I've taken to making hoppers out of aluminum.
Ah.
Come on. So, there's a total of 16 hoppers. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to have these. One at the end is going to point into a chest. Yes, for some reason we have 92 chests in the ME system. I know I accidentally made a stack earlier.
Who's the other one? Because it wasn't me.
Yeah, I don't know who put the other stack in there.
I just deduced it.
And
it
then
wasn't me.
the other hoppers
And it wasn't you.
we're going to have pointing into the hopper in front of it.
One other person.
My flight is worn off. This one is going to point in there. And the rest of these are going to point into it. Is there room for me to walk around behind this thing? Yeah. And then over here, this one's going to point into that one. These are going to point into those. What this should be doing now is we should be seeing a whole bunch of molten gold pouring into these things and getting siphoned off. If I set this to output mode, it should start going even faster. And then eventually, it'll start getting taken over by silver. Now there is going to be occasionally some gold ingots and stuff like that that get stuck like this. I don't really have a convenient way to fix that. Short of putting 9 drains on the bottom of this thing and keying each one to a different molten metal so that we can fill tanks with it and then just have each tank pointing to its own bay of these things. But I mean, it's a work in progress, but it's a pretty neat system, don't you think?
Yeah, it is a very neat system. Now, my one question for you.
What's up?
Want to do something stupidly dangerous?
Yes!
Not
Yes!
this episode because I'm running way over as is. But what's stupidly dangerous?
I'm ready to do infusion to get a greatwood sapling.
Oh god.
You know, I just realized we haven't completed a single quest.
No, we haven't.
You know what we need to do real quick?
Complete a quest?
Never mind.
Complete a quest.
I need a couple more aspects,
I'll
so
take
I'm not
that.
ready.
Do we have any smooth stone?
Smoothstone? We should. Why?
Because we need it for a quest.
What quest?
Large bloodstone brick.
Oh, yeah. We can do the large bloodstone brick from You're a Wizard, Steve.
I can also turn in the deconstruction table and the
It just takes
Your
4
dagger.
of them.
arcane work table.
We got 32 from doing this, so... Manual submit. Claim reward. I'm taking Potion Flask 2. Which gave another regeneration potion. We got another
I got
full
instant
heart.
health 4.
Nice. I also got a yellow heart canister, which, if you click onto this tab here, and drop the yellow heart canister into there, I now have... Wait for it. Look down here. I now have 11 hearts.
And I just turned in arcane crafting.
Cool. So let's go get arcane crafting.
Oh, no choice in reward for this one.
I can't claim it. Oh, because my inventory's too full. I'm going to put all of these scorched bricks away for now. We will use them eventually.
Son of a bitch, I already got this reward!
That
I
got
got
us
it.
all a deconstruction table.
Yep, and you should have gotten all of you a workbench.
Yeah, but the workbench is kind of derp. The deconstruction table is actually kind of awesome.
Do we each need one though?
We don't each need one, but it's convenient to have them because a deconstruction table can only work on one type of item at a time. And
Yeah.
if it actually deconstructs something successfully, it stops until you pick it up. So having more than one increases the amount of stuff you can deconstruct.
Well, Dragon, you're our designated.
I just got a full set of apiarist gear.
Cool. That'll help with doing jungle bees.
That'll
won't it?
help a hell of a lot with doing the bees.
All right, Dragon. Where do you want me to plop this thing down then?
Okay, peeps.
Over by
We're
the
running
animals.
on probably close
Yeah.
to 50 minutes now. So well, let me show you what Dragon's done with Thaumcraft real quick. He's actually got a nice little setup over here. He's got an infusion altar over here, which there's all sorts of nasty stuff going on here. I don't even want to know. I'm walking away. He's got an alchemical furnace with a couple of alembics here and a whole bunch of essentia valves that he's using to fill up warded jars with different types of essences. I can't see what's in them because I don't have goggles revealing on at the moment.
Here.
This shit scares me.
No, I'm... Okay. But if you look over here, this one's Ignis, Air, Aqua, Terra, Arbor, Quarto, Potentia, Perdido. So, yeah, a bunch of stuff in
Whatever
there.
you're doing, Dragon, it scares the shit out of me.
He's doing science!
No, I'm doing magic.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh god, I'm boiling!
How much corpus do you have in there now?
None, surprisingly.
Oh,
But I got
wow.
2 acorns, 1 ordo, 2 aqua, 14 terra, and 5 herba.
All hail the walrus. Alright, peeps. This has been Night Dagger, Kozak, and Dragon with episode 13 of Agrarian Skies. I'm going to tinker around with that smeltery operation a little bit off camera and see if I can't streamline it a little more so we don't end up with the occasional half ingot thing lurking around. I might just set up kind of like what we had before, except put fluid filters on 9 drains coming out of this thing and just have each one pumping into its own basin and own table. Because, I mean, you can see right now that we've got some mess going on here. Item hoppers are not behaving properly anyway. So, yeah, this system has a little bit of work to be done with it yet. I will try and streamline this a little bit more off camera, and then I will be back with the next episode. So, hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. We'll catch you later, peeps.
Have a good one.